Okay, Rebecca, welcome to our very special edition of Haunted AF.
I'm very excited about this.
Mistletoe and Mayhem.
I love the name already.
And you know what? We got a new theme song for it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
When you trip, spill the punch or spark a fight, it's all in good cheer on this holiday night. Gather round, share the shame. It's mistletoe and mayhem. Ho, 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 no.
Why do we not have like a Haunted AF band? It should be us. We could sing these.
We do now.
Let's
thanks
drop
to
an
Scott.
album.
Listen to this. You know what it sounds like?
What?
It sounds like one of those 90s sitcom theme songs.
100%.
Like we should be peeking around a corner somewhere.
Yeah, and like, oh, look at us getting into a holiday mess.
Oh, no.
The cat got into all the presents.
Us like burning down a Christmas tree or beating up a Santa
And then
or
turning
something.
to the camera and doing the...
It's like...
Do you do that I do that at home by myself.
What? Were you
I am
like,
always pretending that I am on a 90s sitcom.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, you know, the Full House intro where they're
Yes.
like doing something and then they stop and look at the camera? I do that at my house
Are you-
alone. It's dreams. I always wanted to be on a sitcom, I guess.
So you'll do
The freeze frame.
and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
you,
Like, Gosh darn.
you're so crazy.
Yep.
Oh my God, I love that.
Isn't that stupid?
So welcome to Mistletoe and Mayhem. You were just asking me if I had finished my shopping.
Yeah.
Which I did. I did it this morning. I got
I'm
out
impressed.
at like 9:30. I was the bitch of them all. First in there, 10 o'clock, and boom, boom, I'm out.
Good for you.
Thank you, because I know it will ruin you.
Yeah.
It's like there's nothing worse than trying to go to the mall and shop. And to be fair, this is Christmas Eve, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
is when we're taping this.
Like, I gotta tell you, Christmas has already tried to kill me. It started way back on like December 10th. Like, this has been a nightmare. Like, so much to do and not enough time to do it in.
Well, you were really, really sick there for a little bit.
Correct. And then I, for whatever reason, volunteered to have my extended family Christmas at my house yesterday.
No.
And then now my husband and I, after we are done doing the podcast today, we are going to go fight for our lives at the mall.
Yeah.
Try to finish those last gifts before we leave for Houston.
Okay, wait. Are you going to North Park?
I think so.
Okay, and North Park is like an absolute nightmare.
Of course it is.
But I got it. That's where I was this morning, and their Santa
Is the best.
He is the best Santa ever.
First of all, North Park knows how to do Christmas.
Yeah, they do. So he was doing story time with Santa whenever I was walking down the mall.
Oh, nice.
And to be fair, this holiday season, I have been filled with rage.
Same.
Yeah, rage and anxiety taking turns,
Yes,
steering the ship right now.
100%.
So I'm just trying to get all the shit done. I just want it over with, and I'm walking down, and they introduce Santa. And I don't even see him at first. I just see kids running over there.
Oh, God.
This Santa sings, and he starts
That's new.
singing. Yes, and he sings really well. I burst into tears. It was so...
That's Jesus being like, you've been such a bitch this Christmas. I'm going to get you with singing Santa.
Seriously, I was trying to trying so hard to hold it back. I finally just had to sit down and just like bitch
Just
cry.
cry it out.
Just cry it out. I'm sitting in the middle of the mall. These kids are all happy. Yay. And I'm like,
It's good.
I have no idea why, but for a moment, joy like won out.
Good for you.
The Christmas spirit, it touched my cold, dead heart.
I love it.
And that's why I completely fell apart.
That has not happened to me. I am 100% joyless. Have you seen the meme where it's like Thanksgiving and Christmas being so close together, like we should cancel one of them? I 100% agree with that.
They kind of did. Like they kind of just made it Thanksgiving. Like it's just kind of
It's
lumped.
blurred together. I don't want that.
Yeah, and it's like over a month long now.
Right. I can't do it. It's too much.
It is too much. Oh, and that's why we want to talk about everything that is not the spirit of Christmas. We're gonna
all the tragedies.
I think, and that's part of the reason that you start feeling so crappy around the holidays
Right.
is that you're supposed to not be feeling that way.
I know.
You're supposed to be touched internally by something really wonderful, like a breakdown over a mall Santa.
But I don't know how you can feel joy with all of the like crap that is on your plate for this month.
So that's why we're just going to dig into a little bit of Schadenfreude and just talk about.
Look at you with your fancy words.
Thank you.
Schadenfreude.
How bad it can actually get. But before we do that, I do want to say thanks to our friend Scott from ArchosaurTT.com, who has been making all of these incredible theme songs for us.
They're so good. They're so good.
We're so spoiled. And in fact, somebody on Patreon said, this kind of sucks for those of us who want to just make a little janky one for you.
Well, no, we love the janky ones too.
We love them all. So even though we have these really great high quality theme songs right now.
Please don't feel like you can't send one in.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, quick reminder. We've got our top 10 of 2024 countdown will happen on New Year's Eve. And then after that, we are going to be off until February. Thank you, Lord baby Jesus.
Seriously.
It's the perfect time to become a patron at patreon.com/hauntedaf. Catch up on all of those pre-games before we start releasing new episodes.
Yeah, we're taking the month off, but we'll still be collecting your scary stories or dreams to analyze. So send all of that stuff to hauntedafpodcast@gmail.com. We will be back February 6th.
February 6th.
All those news stories.
Woo-hoo. All right, so let's do this. Let's just get into the mayhem. We've been doing some research, finding some stories, our own personal stories as well, trying to find some of the awfulness around the holidays.
Yes. Do you remember back in 2015? It was like the day after Christmas.
Yeah.
And there were these massive tornadoes like all throughout North Texas. I think like 9 people died. It was terrible.
That is the one that hit, I'm not kidding you, 2 blocks from my parents' house.
Yes.
Like all of the houses literally 2 blocks over were flattened.
It was crazy.
Wild.
Because I remember, we were down in Bishop Arts having dinner when all the tornado sirens went off.
Yeah.
And we waited the storm out and then we were driving home. But I remember thinking, if you were driving this, you would never know if a tornado was coming because it was pitch black outside.
Yep.
And that's exactly what happened. It was like hitting highways. That was pretty terrible.
We were on our way home from East Texas when it hit. We had to stop at a gas station and wait it out because it had gone from like Farmersville and then down and around to Rowlett area.
That was
wild.
Crazy stuff.
That's kind of dark though. I didn't know we were going to go that dark where 9 people die.
Yeah.
Because like I was thinking of one of my own.
Yeah.
And this is back when I was still in radio and we had the company Christmas party, which were always kind of legendary because the alcohol was a-flowing. Like a-flowing.
And you got a bunch of drunk, mouthy DJs hanging out.
I mean, all bets are off at this point.
Yeah.
And I don't know, you remember Sybil Summers, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Which, by the way, Sybil just got a new radio job, so congratulations for her.
KLIF?
Yeah.
Mornings?
She's doing news.
Woo-hoo.
I know. Good job,
Good
lady.
girl.
We're excited for you.
Yeah.
Anyways, she and I don't know why. She's like, come with me to get a spray tan. And I was like, no good can come from this.
Wait, like after the Christmas party?
This is after the Christmas party. We've already been there for 4 hours too long.
Sybil, tons of fun. Not the best influence after you've been drinking.
100%.
Yes.
So we end up at some random tanning place. Like we Ubered there, so don't worry, everybody. And we decided to get spray tans. Well, if you don't follow the rules to a T on a spray tan, it's a total nightmare. The next day, I had like orange drips all the way down my wrist. Like my knuckles looked dirty.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I was like, here's your orange.
Yeah. Now you
orange mistletoe under
you look like a gingerbread man.
Yeah,
now.
that's exactly a melting gingerbread man.
So my stories were pretty dark. Like
I was like, that was so like lighthearted.
Yeah,
You're like, everybody's dead.
I'm thinking like Christmas Day 2009 when a guy tried to blow up his underwear on a flight. Do you remember this?
Oh, no, I don't.
Umar Farouk Abdul Muttalab. I'm sorry. He's on a plane making an approach into Detroit when everybody started hearing noises that sounded like firecrackers.
That's really scary.
It was a bomb that failed to detonate. So yeah.
Was it in his pants?
It was in his underwear. So he was engulfed in flames, which spread on the plane's carpet and walls.
He deserved that.
He did deserve
That's
it.
on you, buddy.
Yeah. Everybody else was able to extinguish the flames on him. The plane landed. Nobody else was injured.
Okay, so I'm kind of still thinking like the non-life-threatening holiday mayhem, like the story that we found on BuzzFeed. And about 5 years ago, I spent all Christmas Eve cooking a huge standing rib roast with all the fixins.
Nice.
My dog, who had a weak stomach, decided to approach my perfectly set table mid-meal with my entire family present and throw up several times. He then ran under the table with the runs as we scrambled to clean up the mess. Oh my God. Everyone immediately left and it went down as a pretty epic fail, although telling the story is pretty hilarious now, and that is Cayman, Florida.
This reminds me of like another family get together in Arkansas in a rental. My cousin brought her brand new puppy, and we're like, oh, he's so cute. And he started doing that thing where he was running in circles, but he was spraying poop as he went. Just everywhere.
You've got all the poop stories.
I
girl.
do have.
I swear.
This one. Did you know that the Ku Klux Klan was founded on Christmas Eve?
You went to the KKK.
I went there. Yeah. 1865, 6 Confederate veterans met in Pulaski, Tennessee to form this secret hate group that was led by Grand Wizard Nathan Bedford Forrest.
Oh my God.
They were so violent that Congress passed the Ku Klux Klan Act of 1871, which gave the president authority to use military force against them. I did not know.
I didn't either.
Well, because the Supreme Court went in and ruled that law was unconstitutional in 1882.
What?
Yeah, I know. That's pretty awful.
That's some horrible history right there.
There it is.
All right, here's a good one from Alexandra B. Christmas morning, and we all ran into the family room where the stockings and fireplace were. We had a real fireplace, so bits of scrap paper were always around to use for kindling. A piece of it had landed on top of my stocking, so I tossed it aside and found my treasures. We all compared what we had gotten, and my mom asked me, "Where's the necklace?" "What necklace?" I asked. She said, "The one on top of the tissue paper." I responded, "Oh, I didn't realize it was a gift. I tossed it there." And I pointed to the basket filled with kindling. Then my dad said, "And I put it in there," and pointed to the fireplace. It was not salvageable.
Oh my gosh, I hope it wasn't like really expensive
right.
or something.
Please be plastic. Please be a child's plastic necklace.
And here's another horrible Christmas event, the Star Wars Holiday Special. Did you know that this was a thing?
So I did not. However, you had sent the video and I tried to sit down and watch a little bit of it. Dear God.
It's so
bad.
And guys, we will post that in the companion blog because the whole thing is available on YouTube. You can just go and watch it.
It's an hour and a half, y'all.
And when you go and start, you're like, oh, wow, it kind of looks like Star Wars. Because like the whole the whole cast is on it.
Yeah.
And then
Harrison Ford is straight up in it.
Yeah, all of them, Carrie Fisher, everybody. And then it just starts getting really bad. It's Life Day for the Wookiees, which is a holiday. So Chewbacca's going to visit his family.
Which I'm going to tell you, that's kind of where I start to lose it. Because it's like all the Wookiees trying to talk. You don't know what's going on.
Exactly. They're having these long conversations and nobody knows what they're saying.
Is it intense? We're not sure.
Yeah. And on top of the regular staff or cast, again, they have Harvey Korman, Jefferson Starship, of course.
Why? Why?
Art Carney and Diane Carroll, who has this weird sexy scene with Chewbacca's father.
B. Arthur's in there as well.
B. Arthur? Oh my God. That's amazing.
Wait, let's go back to the sexy scene.
Okay.
Did you watch the sexy scene?
No, I just read about it.
Why is there not a timestamp on the sexy scene? I would have just cut straight to that. Who is having the sex?
I don't. No, it's not that they're having sex.
Oh, but
it's just
sexy.
that they're like flirting with each other, and it was supposed to be a holiday special. So it was kind of like, why do you have this?
This is where the furries have come from. This is what started it all.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, here's a good one. But they want to remain anonymous. I was a preteen and received a Christmas gift in the mail from a relative I didn't know very well. It was a doll that prayed when you put its hands together. So a praying doll, y'all. Mm-hmm. It was nice, but as a tomboy atheist who was afraid of dolls, I found this gift quite alarming. I can understand why.
Yeah.
I put it in my closet so I couldn't see it while I was sleeping, and I swear that thing started praying in the middle of the night.
Oh.
Long story short, the doll didn't stick around very long. Yeah. Anonymous.
My kids always hated baby dolls specifically.
Really?
Yes. And people, for whatever reason, always give little girls baby dolls.
Yeah, I bought one for my niece.
Scared the shit out of them. We'd have to hide them in the closet and then just like give them to Goodwill or something.
I loved a baby doll. That was not my problem. My issue was my grandma always gave terrible gifts. And I have to let you in on this one. I've told this one on the radio a million times because it's one of my favorites. I think I was 10 years old and she gave me a little sexy piece of lacy lingerie. Not only did she give it to me, but I opened it in front of like 20 something family members. Very confused.
What was she thinking?
We do not know. I don't know. Still haven't asked her to this day about it.
Yeah. Ooh.
Sexy lingerie at 10.
Oh.
It had to have been an accident. No?
I don't know.
But I literally was like, I'm just
We're just going to pretend like that never happened.
Thanks, Mama.
Here's another grandma story. This one's from Haley. My grandma is notorious for giving awful gifts like yours. One year she gave us the Bible on VHS. This was
On VHS.
This was in 2012, and no one had a VHS player by that point.
Okay, makes sense.
She gave me a guitar for my 10th Christmas and then made me pay her back for it.
That is classic grandmas.
Yep, it keeps going. She gave me a gumball machine with expired candy, and she kept the key so she could get the money out of it. And she said the money that I put in was payment for it. But the best one came in the cooking pan set that she gave me with egg residue on it from where she had last used it. And again, that is from Haley.
Haley. Oh my God, your grandma's terrible.
Your grandma sucks.
I love her for the story aspect of it, but other than that, oh man.
I don't want to say names because it's someone close to me, their story, and their grandma would bring them like gifts from the church bazaar, and they got underwear that smelled used.
Oh my, that's bad.
Yeah, that is bad. Come on, Granny. And
next level bad.
Go to CVS. There's always something at CVS.
There really truly is. That's a great little gift area.
Yeah.
All right, this next one comes from Chris, who wrote in and said, I took my newish girlfriend to the Stanley Hotel for the holidays years ago. First of all, great choice in hotels.
Yeah.
I was excited because I had gotten her some pretty gold earrings and thought that she would love them. To my surprise, she seemed to genuinely dislike them, though she was really excited when she saw the small wrapped box. I think I know where this is going. Then I opened my gift, which was 2 champagne glasses. She apparently thought I was going to propose and gave me the glasses so that we could have a champagne toast. Our trip was pretty awkward after that, to say the least, but we've been married for 26 years now. She married you. That's congratulations.
Yeah, nice work.
But also, don't ever be presumptive in an engagement. Do not.
No.
Only heartache will follow.
No, and don't make jokes about it.
No.
The year that my husband and I got engaged, he gave me a silver ring in a tiny box first. He gave me that and a shirt. And because he knew I really was expecting an engagement ring, like really expecting an engagement
Which he did that on purpose. He's smart.
He did that as a joke.
Yeah.
And but it wasn't funny because when he handed me a ring box and I opened it and there was a silver ring in there, I was like, all right.
Well, then I don't know what to do here.
I know. So it was
I'm trying to put on a happy face, but I'm really pissed.
Yeah, it was like this roller coaster of emotions, and it was like, ha ha ha. Okay.
It's like my parents did that to me with a dog. I thought I was getting a dog for Christmas, and my mom gave my very last present. Okay, she brings it in, and it's a snow globe with a dog in it, and I was literally like, "Are you kidding me?" I threw like a fit.
And a dog didn't come running in after that?
No. They gave me a dog the following year. No. I think she was like, "Ooh, we messed up with that one."
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. This one comes from Nate. In 2016, we celebrated Christmas at my in-laws in Pagosa Springs, Colorado.
Ooh, Pagosa. Have you ever been to Pagosa Springs?
No, is it nice?
It is nice. There's they have the hot springs that you can get in and relax, like the natural hot tubs.
That sounds, okay, I'll go. It was Christmas evening and there wasn't much to do at night. So I took both kids to see Rogue One at the local theater.
Nice.
I'd already seen the movie and thought it'd be fine for my 6-year-old son and 11-year-old daughter. And it's not a spoiler now to say that all the primary characters die at the end of the film. So when the movie's over, my daughter Jessica was raving about how awesome it was. I asked my son Garrett what he thought and he burst into tears.
Oh no.
He said, I didn't know that's what war is like. Now, this was in front of everybody leaving the theater, and I could feel people staring at us. We got in the car, and I did everything to calm him down. We talked about themes of heroism, sacrifice, and doing the right thing, even if you might die, like conversation for a 6-year-old. Mm-hmm. He had calmed down by the time we got back to the house, but then when he went to get ready for bed, we heard him sobbing through the bathroom door. I ended up having to hold him on the couch while he calmed down, and all the while, my wife was giving me that way to go stare and trying not to laugh. It took 2 years before he would even consider watching Rogue One again. The entire incident still comes up when we were in Colorado at Christmas. And 2 days after we saw the movie, Carrie Fisher died.
Oh my God.
And that is from Nate.
Nate, you poor baby. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
But we can't stop here. We have some amazing office Christmas party stories because there's nothing like mixing some booze and coworkers who can't stand each other.
Yes. Yeah.
This one's from Ronster TM on Reddit. One year, I was asked if I'd be willing to dress up as Santa for our holiday party. I didn't think I'd be very convincing, but I reluctantly agreed anyhow. On the day of the party, we were all hanging out in the warehouse, having breakfast and eating cookies when I told everyone I had to go outside and make a phone call. I was actually leaving to change into my Santa costume. I came back in yelling, ho, 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 and put on my best jolly old man voice. I handed out gifts, took pictures with the staff, ate cookies, and then said I had to leave because my sleigh was double parked. After changing back into my work clothes, I walked back into the warehouse and was greeted by a surprising number of people who legitimately thought I'd missed Santa.
Oh, wow.
Grown adults I had taken pictures with told me how I missed out. At first, I thought people were just teasing me, but throughout the day, people kept asking who Santa was. That's Ronster TM.
Okay, that's adorable.
That's an amazing story.
Yeah, nice work playing Santa.
Good job.
But also, if everybody was like, hey, will you play Santa this year? I'd be like, what are you saying?
Like that you're fat.
Yes.
That's 100%. You're fat and jolly. Get in the suit.
I know. I'd be like, why? Why are you asking me?
I'm so hurt. My feelings are hurt.
This one's from Zaphod 0707. They had layoffs immediately after the office potluck one year.
No.
The gift card prizes that were supposed to be given to the winners of the cookie contest were taken off the prize table by an executive because they knew that both the first and second place winners were part of the group being laid off.
That's next level awful.
It really
you can't
is.
even let them go out with a prize.
Yeah. And I got to say, though, like radio is really bad about they do these pre-Christmas layoffs.
Yeah,
So this feels very close to home. Also, at our school's holiday party, the principal got very drunk and then calmly walked over to a troublesome teacher who was also red-faced drunk.
Great.
The principal proceeded to pick his nose, wipe the booger on the teacher's shoulder and say, you're an asshole. And then he just walked off. That sobered the teacher up pretty fast.
Oh, that's nasty.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, that's so gross.
You got to hope he deserved it.
I know, right? Please be an
Yes.
awful human being that deserved that booger wipe. All right, our next one comes from Jedi Architect. You know how you can order photo booths for parties?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So my old office got one during my first Christmas party there. And apparently my coworkers were going in there and making out, flashing the camera, and doing all sorts of raunchy stuff. Which
Wow.
I get it. I see why you would do
Sure.
that. No one mentioned that all the photos would be saved and put on a website for everyone to see.
Oh my God.
The site was up for 15 minutes before the plug was abruptly pulled. Holy balls.
And you know somebody was flashing boobs in there.
Boobs, and you know somebody was like cheating.
Yeah.
You know, like somebody with like their lover was like, let's go make out. This will be
my
hilarious. And then like a husband saw it.
And then another anonymous story. Our company once threw a massive party in a posh hotel. Afterwards, it was revealed that we had acquired a $250 cleanup bill because someone took a shit in the hotel foyer.
That'll show them. I am amazed by the amount of people who are willing to take a shit somewhere.
You mean just like random places?
So like I don't know how I've fallen into this algorithm, but Instagram and TikTok love to give me videos of people shitting on grocery store floors.
That's a thing?
It's a thing.
I had no idea.
I have seen ladies who will just pull their like panties to the side and go,
Why?
and let one out.
Why?
I don't know. That again, baffled. I am baffled.
Oh my gosh. Please don't. I don't want that, Instagram. If
No,
you're listening,
I don't
please
either.
don't give me those. I
Take
don't
it away
want it.
from me. All right, you guys. I'm sorry to leave you with that image in your head.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Thank you, everyone, for sending in your stories. Those were all freaking amazing. I'm actually like, I've got water tears because those were really funny.
You feeling better now?
Yeah, I am. You know what? My Christmas joy might be back.
Is it?
I think it might be. Other people's misery makes me happy.
Well, that's great, but we have one more Christmas surprise for everybody, Rebecca.
Oh, okay. Let's do it. What is it? Amazing! Holy crap! We're sitting here with Krampus.
We're sitting with Krampus. Wait, can we hear you yet? Oh, we
Can you guys hear me?
can hear you. Yay!
Yeah.
Krampus! Okay, Krampus. I don't know how much time we have, and we have so many questions for you. So, first of all, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today.
Yeah.
So, okay, first of all, I want to know, what does Krampus do when it isn't Christmas?
Oh, good question.
Well, we just relax, watch horror movies, sometimes some romantic movies.
Oh,
I'm romantic. Yeah.
okay. So that's
Why not, right?
we were wondering. So, like, if Krampus dates, and if so, what does Krampus date? Does Krampus date women?
Like us?
Other monsters?
Yeah.
Wolves?
What are you into? No kink shaming here.
Yeah, or is it just like, whatever?
Krampus date women.
Women,
okay.
Naughty ones, naughty.
Naughty women?
What do you consider naughty?
I know. Oh, wait.
I know. Very open-minded.
Oh, no, that's nice. That's good to know. Wait, Rebecca had a really good one.
I do. We don't know a whole heck of a lot about Krampus, but we do know you steal children at night, bad ones.
Yes,
what do you
the bad ones.
do with the bad ones?
It all depends on the severity of their naughtiness.
Oh, okay.
So, yes, if they're slightly naughty, a couple of whippings and, go home. Don't do that again.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if they're just like rotten to the core, like they're a Dexter, in training.
But if they're very bad, we basically eat them.
Oh, okay.
So wait, I'm like, would you date a woman with kids?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay.
You look really good. Like, what's your skincare routine? How do you?
Oh, skincare?
Yeah.
A lot of
baby's
rest,
blood.
definitely. On my days off, I rest a lot.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
10 hours.
Yeah.
That's the best important thing.
Do you give your hair 100 brushes every day,
Of course.
like Marsha Brady?
I have to put a conditioner too and all that, so it can
of
look
course.
very silky smooth.
Is there a lot of shedding? Do you have to go through with like a lint brush through your house a lot?
Oh, yes, definitely. I mean, I feel like it's all over the place.
Things are going to get a little hairy with him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so obviously we know you from your dancing skills. So I'm
thank
curious, who taught you how to dance? Did you go to school for that or?
Well, actually, I don't know how to dance, to be honest.
Okay.
So,
I feel like you knew enough to get all of these like thirsty ladies hollering for you.
Did you read? I know that you saw the post that we put up on the Haunted AF Facebook page. Did you read the comments?
Yeah.
There were like over 600 comments, which is a lot for us. Just
really?
thirsty ladies.
Like they want to bone you
I think
bad.
they want a birching.
Yeah, big time birching.
My favorite one was like, I want to cuddle it and make bad decisions.
Since I started this, the comments have been very interesting. I mean, I try to read all of them.
Has anyone ever said something that offended you? Has anybody ever taken it too far? Yeah.
Well, there was one where, like, my boyfriend and me, we decided that you should be the third one. I was like, oh. Yeah.
I think that we are just completely fascinated and maybe slightly thrown off about the love of Krampus and monsters in general. Like we went down a whole rabbit hole of like the monster porn thing.
Yeah.
That people are really into it. And I'm like,
smut.
Yeah. What do you think it is that like, why do women like monsters?
That's a good question. Do you know there is a word for that? I don't know if I'm going to pronounce it right, but it's terophilia.
Oh.
It's basically the love of a monster. But they don't want actually a real monster, a demon or whatever. It's just somebody menacing.
There's the whole discussion about would a woman rather run into a man or a bear in the woods?
Right.
And women always say a bear. And yet we will, we want to cuddle a Krampus.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I don't.
Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Make sense, Julie.
And yet, I will also admit that when I found that video, I watched it way more times than I probably should have.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Yeah. So it's a great video. You're awesome. We love your videos. And tell everybody where they can find you online on TikTok, Instagram, everywhere. So if they hadn't had a chance to check out your stuff yet, they can.
I would say IG is Rub_U1.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is,
Saw that.
Yeah. And TikTok is Rub_U2.
Us too.
Yeah.
Krampus. I didn't know this was going to turn into like a something.
Oh, I did.
Oh, man.
Where are we going? When? Where? Do we need to pick you up?
I know.
Well, you just got to let me know. I can handle you too.
Well, thank you so much. You're actually our final hit on our Christmas what is it?
Mistletoe Mayhem episode.
Yes. So thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us and keep in touch. Okay?
Yeah.
We'll go start walking around in the woods and see if we run into a Krampus or a bear first.
Oh, all right. I like that.
Oh, the fire's warm, the lights are bright. It's a festive, Merry Christmas night. But what's that sound? A tale begins. of holiday blunders and awkward sins. When you trip, spill the punch, or spark a fight, it's all in good cheer on this holiday night. Gather round, share the shame. It's mistletoe and Mayhem.